Excuse me. Okay, we're going to try this again. And I'm going to see if it's screwed up or not. Okay, we're going to try this again. And I'm going to see if it's screwed up or not. Excellent. Okay. Alright, let's try to get back to the game here. Anyways, as I was saying, come on, get through all this. So anyways, as I was saying, I am a big dumb. I was starting to play this after I had just changed out my power supply and case, and I apparently plugged the wrong monitor into my video card. So this was trying to play through the onboard graphics chip that I use for recording. It wasn't going so well. Turning this down some so I can hear. And I want to, you know what? I need to mute myself. One moment. Where's my mouse? There we are. Okay. And back to, there we are. Okay. So, where to start? I am basically trying to do 12 games in 12 months, and I don't know that that's actually going to happen because here we are near the end of the month already, and I'm just getting started on the first game. Yeah. Fortunately, I've already been through the game itself. I just need to go through the DLC. And I thought what I would try to do is go through, well, I didn't realize they were calling them episode 1 and 2. I meant to do episode 1 on the title here as one of however many it takes me to get through, instead of part 1. Oh well. Anyways, yeah, so yeah, I thought I'd go through the Burial at Sea DLC, and hopefully I can get that done relatively quickly, and then we can get going on other games throughout the rest of the year. And if I can do more, move my keyboard out of the way here, and bills and everything else, life is a mess. Yeah, if I can do more than 12 games, awesome. If not, at least I can try to get through these 12. So here we go. I'm going to count these two as one game. I'm not going to be that cheaty. So. And I'm playing all of these, hopefully. Well, other than one, maybe two, because I can't use the Steam controller on the Wii U. But I'll be playing all of these hopefully with the Steam controller. I'm not using my
Closed.
You don't look the sort who can afford to turn down legitimate work.
What do you want?
How about we start with a light?
Okay, so before I get actually started on the game, as I was saying, I'm not going to use a camera on my Steam controller because it's kind of pointless. And if I'm sniffling or sounding terrible, it's excuse me, I'm still getting over being sick. But anyways, it's kind of pointless to do the camera when I can just do this and show you that I'm actually using it if you need to see that. With this game, I'm going to use a combination of the gamepad with the mouse. And as you can see, I've remapped a few things here. One moment. I'm about ready for this to be done. Remapped a few things here. So like my full pull on my trigger here actually brings up the iron sights, and this does the normal fire. What else did I have? Jump, crouch, and then of course mouse looking around, but then the Y button is, I believe, melee. I believe so. And the X button is the reload. So I've got double click to reload. So just kind of remap this a little bit to hopefully make it a little bit more playable for me, because that's kind of what I do with other FPS games. Oh, excuse me. This is going to be really annoying. Alright.
Well, you got a name, miss?
Elizabeth. You can call me Elizabeth.
What can I do for you?
There's a girl who needs to be found. Maybe you've seen her.
This girl's dead.
You know her.
You'll see dozens of her tied down by the docks or the slums in Apollo Square. Orphans. With Fontaine's charity shut. No place for them.
But her you know.
As I said, girl's dead.
Lost.
Look, I don't know where you get...
Lost isn't dead. Name your rate, I will pay you for this work. But you do this one gratis, wouldn't you?
I don't follow.
Something tells me you will.
Okay, so I also have a gyro set up, so a little bit, hopefully a little bit better aiming. I may need to adjust sensitivities as I'm going through, because I haven't actually done much playtesting yet on this. And I haven't actually... Did I see something pop up? Yeah, I haven't actually done any playtesting on this, and I figured this would be a good good introduction to actually playing a game with the Steam controller, rather than just testing for a little bit.
Correct.
Where's Sally?
I don't know, but I know someone who does. Follow me.
What's this girl to you?
What I need from her is my business. But I know where to start looking. Something tells me a man with your particular talents could be useful.
Edward thinks the way to my heart is philosophical transcendence. He's brilliant. Go to bed with a book.
You're just trapped by petite bourgeois notions of romance, aren't you?
Take it whatever way you will. But a girl wants what a girl wants.
Beauty fades. The mind is eternal.
Tell that to my grandfather. The man thinks he's got feathers and a beak.
Odd way to end that. I do want to adjust this, since, yes, that's way too sensitive. Okay. And you are probably good. Much better. Okay.
What happened to these children? What are they?
Where have you been? Cabin in Arcadia? Little sisters. atom factories.
This is the rule.
grotesque.
All little girls know.
I don't know if
Compromise? Is that why we came to Rapture?
there's going to be any screen tearing. It's tearing on my end, but I don't know if it's tearing on the stream or not.
Standard, you'll never be happy. In what country is there a place for men like me? Men who refuse to say yes to the doubters and the parasites.
I'll be with you in a moment.
But even Andrew Ryan takes a vacation.
Okay. Okay, so I haven't played this DLC yet, and I was actually really excited to play it back in 2013, I think, when it came out. Maybe it was early 2014. I think it came out into 2013, and the second part came out in 2013 or 14. Anyways, I was really excited because I loved the original Bioshock, and getting to come back here, even just the glimpse of it in the Bioshock Infinite was awesome. And of course, when they announced the DLC, it was just, I gotta play this. Oh.
Those suits.
What do you mean? They're just some kind of machine?
Neat. Oh, back in Rapture. Oh, sorry. Yes, I'm coming.
Well, I say you should have to prove you're properly versed on a topic
I have to dawdle.
before you're allowed to vote on it. Otherwise, it's just a knee-jerk response from the uninformed. Does more harm than good.
Who would judge that? A system like that invites abuse.
Having a benevolent dictatorship takes care of that.
Benevolence isn't human nature.
All right.
Everyone wants to cut the tallest flower up there. Do something exceptional. Those parasites resent it, condemn it, or worse yet, take credit for themselves.
Nice finally consorting with the equally talented, eh? Getting recognized properly? Being part of something bigger?
Oh, hello. Nothing? Okay. Yeah. And I must say the changing,
Security firm. I got it firsthand.
Cooks a fella from the inside out.
the changing of the
Thing a weapon?
keys
Works with mini
on the screen
microwaves. Oh, I can't remember.
doesn't really bother me, but some people it really does bother when you're using gamepad and mouse. So I may eventually just do a full keyboard and mouse setup on this, but for right now I'm okay with the gamepad and mouse. I actually originally did a full keyboard.
What?
You're not knowing about the little sisters. How long have you been in Rapture?
Let's
Okay,
just
sorry.
say I'm
You've got
I need
eyes
some
and
water.
ears, don't you?
If I wanted to share my life story, Mr. DeWitt, I would write my memoirs. If I learned anything about Rapture, that it was a place where people understood to mind their own business.
Anyways, I originally started out with a full mouse and keyboard setup for this, but I ended up going with the gamepad because for some reason this game is the only one so far that I've had a problem with where, just show you here, with the joystick, when you set it to WASD, directional pad or the directional buttons, either one, you can do an outer ring binding. And in this game, the outer ring binding, you can either do shift for sprint or alt for walk. And normally what I would do is set the outer ring binding to whatever the walk key is and then invert it. And basically what that will do is act like a analog stick. So slightly pushing it will walk, going all the way to the end will go into the normal walk or run or whatever. And then another bind for shift to actually do sprint. for whatever reason, this game wasn't doing it unless I was going backwards. So if I turned around and started walking backwards, it would, joystick move, yeah. It would go into the run in reverse, of course. And I don't know why it would do that. And every now and then it would kick in. It would kick in and do fine. But for the most part, it wasn't very reliable. So I decided to go ahead and go with...
The man we need to see is in the Garden of the Muses.
How do you know?
My sources are my own, Mr. DeWitt. If you have better information as to the whereabouts of your girl, I suggest you avail yourself of it.
Okay, there we go. So I decided to go back, macaroons, go back to the joystick.
Bostic sees you, he'll toss you out on your ass again.
Okay. Gamepad and mouse, so that way I could get the speed control.
Where are you taking me?
When's the last time you saw Sally?
What?
She was taken from you, wasn't she?
How do you know this?
She was taken, down at Surprise. You were playing the tables and...
She disappeared.
And?
Cop friend of mine, Sullivan, says they found her floating in the docks.
You see the body?
Look.
Did you see the body? This world values children, not childhood. There's a profit to be made and men who make it. I'm taking you to one of them. Mr. DeWitt, you alright?
I'm fine.
Nice.
Just get these spells sometimes. It'll pass.
I wondered if they were going to,
Refreshment, sir? Madam?
We're fine, thanks.
I wondered if they were going to tie this in because of the whole multiverse. If they were going to tie it into the first game, that little flashback just confirmed it for me. Oh god, it looks so good. Okay, are we off here? I suppose.
Mr. DeWitt, we'll find my source inside of that club.
Cohen? What does that lunatic have to do with Sally?
You know what?
Afternoon.
Afternoon to you. I'm sorry, it's been so long since I've been here. I want to explore.
Buongiorno, signore.
Days. Her little girl's been missing for days. I'm a complete wreck if Trudy even gets a nosebleed.
So many children. It can't all be coincidence.
Oh shit, I just realized this is, it's even to the salts. Awesome.
We all move the great chain, and the great chain
That was it? Nope. That was it.
Su-Chang observed strangest of coincidences. On other side of a window, man in strange hat experimenting on Su-Chang's own creation. On plasmid. Man name of Fink. Outrage! Theft of intellectual property! But man name of Fink is no fool. Through addition of oxidizing agent, turns plasmid ingestible through stomach lining. Mr. Ryan very impressed with Su-Chang's initiative. Theft of intellectual property. Two-way street.
Nice.
Fontaine got taken out by Ryan's goons for one reason, and one reason only. He built a better mousetrap.
Oh, for God's sake, Armand, you want to get us both rounded up?
So you admitted that Ryan's rounding people up?
It was a figure of speech.
The pot calling the kettle black is a figure of speech.
I keep my head low and I do my job.
Like a good German.
Now, is that a figure of speech?
Best quit while you're at it.
Are you in the know? You've doubtlessly sampled products from Fontaine Futuristics. But do you know why Ryan Industries saved it? Frank Fontaine, business leader and benefactor of mankind? Or was he the best friend the parasite ever had? Were you aware his businesses were a front for a smuggling ring? And were you also fooled by his supposed charity work? At his free clinic, patients became test subjects, and his orphanages were places that children disappeared into and never came out. Once they learned the truth, Rapture's Central Council called for the arrest of Fontaine Futuristics' owner. But, a coward to the end, Fontaine found a hail of bullets preferable to facing justice. The council asked that Ryan Industries assume the burden of stewardship of Fontaine's ill-gotten assets. And Andrew Ryan accepted that burden for the people of Rapture. Now all citizens can enjoy these products, free of criminal taint. Now you know.
Alright. I've got to work out the microphone situation here too, because doing it with the controller with the gyro on it, it's maybe going to be a little bit more difficult, because moving it around.
Why are you wasting your time with that one?
Okay. Anyways, moving it around kind of invites some actual hand movement, and I don't want to be bumping the microphone if I can avoid it.
Gotta hand it to the old man. Looking at Fontaine's thugs in his own department store. That's poetic justice.
God, it's so weird seeing this in like pre-fall.
Take your time. Take it all in.
That voice sounds familiar.
If there's anything I can do.
Oh. Hello. This isn't creepy at all. Okay. Got these up a little high too. I don't know why it didn't save my sensitivities. Okay. Yeah, much better. Okay. Let's continue on. Oh, what?
How am I gonna get work with my leg all busted up like this? Foreman says I should have been more careful.
Something will turn up. Adversity breeds opportunity, that's what Ryan says.
Ah, Mr. DeWitt. Back again. And so soon.
Witness the origins of the most important discovery in Rapture's history. Sea slugs, the incredible invertebrates that led to the creation of Adam. On display now at the Mermaid Landing Aquarium.
So yeah, I will, at least until I'm over this cough and stuffy nose and stuff, I will probably try not to talk too much.
They can't take a crap without a papal dispensation.
Guten Tag.
Herr Schmidt.
Private party. No entry without invitation.
We'll see about that.
Which business do you represent, sir?
Business?
Yes, which business?
DeWitt Investigations.
Mr. Cohen does not truck with private detectives. Masks of invitation went to artists and craftsmen alone.
I'm with the artist struggle. We're expected.
No mask, no entry.
Stuffed shirt.
These invitation masks he spoke of. They must have gone out to local artisans.
Well, I guess we'll have to persuade someone to loan us one.
The business of Rapture is business. Says it's sponsored by the Artist Struggle, the Golden Rule, and Rapture Records.
I guess those stores would be as good a place to start as any.
I might have received invitations. You can choose current objective. Okay. I imagine it would be that artist struggle up there, but let's try them out.
What brought you to Rapture?
A man.
Really? You don't strike me as the romantic type.
Wasn't that kind of man.
Then what?
There's a debt that needs repaying.
I've known my share of Shylocks. You're no Shylock.
Wasn't that kind of debt.
I love the callbacks to Infinite. Should I go with the other one?
Used to see him all the time at Eve's garden.
Rapture Records. Okay. Aha. Oh shit. I didn't... Okay, I didn't go here before. Derp.
Sexual intimacy is no different than any other commodity, friend. You sell soybeans, I sell companionship.
Ugh, it's disgusting.
That's the Bible talking, pal. That's your mother talking. What does Ryan say? Petty morality? You can keep it.
Invitations to Cohen shows are highly coveted. Nobody's gonna just hand us one.
You think you can figure out a way to distract the store owner while I take a look around?
You just find the mask. Leave the distractions to me.
Welcome, welcome.
That's amazing. With the radar range, I can boil lobster tails in minutes. Or
Excuse me. Lady has some questions for you.
Yes, of course.
What is this piece?
It's by Trenet, but of course, covered by Mr. Reinhardt.
Oh, it's lovely. Isn't it lovely?
Oh, yes.
Oh, music.
Cohen sends those masks out in some kind of box. Damn. Must be somewhere else.
Primal. Part of us that exists before thought, before logic, purely sensual.
The finest music. Us.
That we never knew existed.
Yes.
Can you turn it up? Oh, it's so intoxicating. So powerful and masculine. Oh, yes, when the urge to surrender.
Jesus, Elizabeth.
I must go. I must go. Even one more note shall prove my undoing.
the parasite takes 3 things.
No luck here.
Free will and free man.
Landing on...
Let's find another shop.
Landing on a bit heavy back there.
The golden rule is just across the way, or shall we go upstairs to the artist's struggle?
You got a wife? Fine. Dr. Steinman told me he uses my picture.
So that's our struggle. Where's golden rule?